Welcome everybody, this is Jason, and the name of this week's workshop is the Illustrated Woman Part 2. This is a companion workshop to the Illustrated Woman, which is a workshop I put on a couple of months ago. This one specifically is about texture baking. So let's have a look. What is texture baking? Texture baking is taking a texture that's mapped to a specific topology, such as a Sims 4 body, and transferring that to a model with a different topology, in this case, a Sims 2 body. And the way that we do that is with Blender. We're using an automated action that bakes it from TS4 to TS2. What tools do I need to do this? The tools that I'm using today are Sims 4 Studio, that's to extract the texture, and then Blender 3.4 or later, and Polluting's the tattooer. I've provided links to all of those and the texture that I'm going to use in the resource post, but I'm going to pop them up on the screen here right quick. So to get started, we extract the texture. We open Sim 4 Studio. Then in the upper right, there's a button that says My Projects. That's what we're going to click on. And then we go to where we downloaded the package and we open that up in Sims 4 Studio. And then if you are on the Studio tab, you can see this is what the overlay looks like on a TS4 model. Now we need to extract this from Sims 4 Studio. So we make sure that we're on the Texture tab of the Studio, and we export the texture. Not the one in the upper right. We're not looking at the thumbnail. We're looking at the actual texture, which is down below. We click on that export. We just save that DDS to a project folder, and that's it in Sims 4 Studio. We open up Blender, and it has to be 3.4 or later. And we need one of these tattooer templates. We need one that's appropriate for what we're going to do. Now, in this case, it's a 4:2 body. So I'm opening the 4:2 1024. We don't really need the big ones. We're not mapping it to a 2048 PNG. I suppose we could, but we don't really need that because TS2 can't really render anything. It can, it just doesn't make a difference. So we use the smaller one. So once we've opened it, the template should look something like this. In the upper right pane, where it says Scene Collection, we make sure that TS4 Body is the one that we've selected. Then we go to the lower right pane, and you should see a folder icon, and just go ahead and click on that little button that says Open, and load up the Sims 4 Studio texture that you exported. Now your model should look something like this. The reason we select the TS4 body, we're loading that texture onto the Sims 4 body. In the upper right, in the scene collection, we hold Control and we select the Sims 2 body. We can see that both are highlighted, but the Sims 4 body is the one that's in orange. That means that that is the source and the TS2 is the target. In the lower right, we click on that little oven icon, and that takes us to Render Properties. We scroll down Render Properties until we find Bake. We click on Bake, and we just let Blender do its thing. And if everything has been done correctly, it's going to look like this. Now we've transferred the texture from the TS4 body to the TS2 body. We select the little picnic table button in the upper left, directly under File. I don't know what else it's called. It looks like a picnic table to me. And in the dropdown, we select Image Editor. About the middle of Image Editor, there's this little square thing. We click on that, and below that we select in the dropdown the one that says Baking 1024, and we can see this has now been baked onto a Sims 2 body. So we go to the image dropdown, we save as, and we save the baking to our project folder. To do a face overlay, it's very similar. We select the appropriate template for our face. So in this case, face 4:2 512. We don't really need the larger one because Sims 2 uses 512 by 512 for face textures. We go ahead and open that, and it's going to look like that. Just as before, we make sure that we've got face TS4 selected. We load up our texture, we control to select the TS2 face, and then we click on the bake. And if we've baked it correctly, it's going to look like this. It's going to transfer the TS4 face to the TS2 model. As before, we click on the picnic table, we select Image Editor in the dropdown, we click on the little square icon in the middle, and this time we select the one that says Baking, and that's going to look like this. So it's now mapped to a TS4 face, and we just save that as a PNG in our project folder. So to put it into practice, we open Sim4 Studio, and you can see I've got an outdated version because I haven't updated. And we click on this My Projects button. Now in My Projects, we go to our project folder. Oh, the Illustrated Woman. Okay, in our project folder, let's start with mall tattoos. So we can see we've got this body lay for Darth Maul. Looks pretty cool. What we do here, on the right side of the screen, down here, we make sure we're on the texture tab, and down here, there's a separate export button that has nothing to do with the thumbnail. So we just export this. And I'm going to call that Mall Overlay. Just save it as a DDS. It's completely fine. Then go back to our main menu, click on My Projects, and we grab Savage Oppressed Tattoos. Same situation. We export, and we call that Oppress Overlay. And that's it in Sim4 Studio. We open Blender. We need a version of Blender that's 3.4 or older, but currently Ballooning says that 5.0 and above is incompatible. So anywhere between 3.4 and 4 point whatever, I think it goes up to like 4.8. Then we go open, and you can see here I have a special folder for my tattooer templates. This is an AM body. So we're going to open AM body 4:2 10x24. And we open that. Our dude looks like this. So in the scene collection, that's the upper right, we select TS4 body. Then in the lower right, we click on this folder icon. We go to desktop. We go to the Illustrator Woman, and let's start with Mall Overlay. And then we hold down Control, we select TS2 body. We click on the little oven, and we scroll down until we find the bake button. We bake, and there you go. You see it turns partially transparent. That means that it worked. Go to the picnic table in the upper left. We go to Image Editor. And then this icon here about the middle, there's a little icon that looks like a picture. We select Baking 1024. And we can, it looks like this. Then we go to Image. We go Save As. And we go back to our Illustrator Woman folder. And we're just going to call this Mall Body. Save. And then let's start over. There we go. We open the same template. We're going to do Oppresses body next. Make sure that TS4 body is selected in the scene collection. We click on Open. And this time we want Oppress Overlay DDS. We hold Control. We select TS2 body. Make sure both objects are selected. We click on that oven button. We scroll down till we find Bake. And there it is. click on the picnic table. We go to image editor. In the drop down, we go to baking 1024. And I'm going to go save as. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to go to the image menu. I get that messed up all the time. In the image dropdown, we save as. And I'm going to call this oppress body. Then, let's start over. This time we need to bake the face textures. So, open. We select face 4:2 512. Now we open. We go back to our project folder. We grab mall overlay. We hold down control. We select face TS2 in the scene collection. Then we click on the little oven icon and we bake. There it is. Go to the picnic table, image editor, and then we go to baking, and that's what our end result looks like. To image, save as, and I'm going to call that mall face. Then we go to new. Once more, we go to face 4:2 512. And we load up this time, oppress overlay. We hold down control. In the scene collection, we select TS2 face. Click the oven icon and we bake. And that looks as it should. So we click the little picnic table. We go to image editor. We go to the drop down in the middle and we select baking. And that looks pretty cool. Then we go to image, save as, and this one is oppress face. And that's it. That's it in Blender. Okay, we baked our textures. Sorry. Here, I'm going to open where I have my, these are where I store my templates. Multi-template overlays, multi-template overlay box. And I've already got it mostly set up, but I changed the names of the textures. Sorry, bear with me just a bit. Okay, so we copy mall body, sorry. Copy mall body.png. And we go back to our template. I did another workshop about how to set up this template. What I'm doing now, I'm just updating the Excel file because we are going to completely procedurally generate the entire overlay box. So we go mall body. And then for the face overlay for this one, we're going to go mauve face. We just paste the image name complete with the extension here. And then we do the same thing. There are probably faster ways to do it. I just do it the lazy way. So let's just grab that and paste it as a value. And then oppress face. Let's copy the whole thing with the PNG. We paste that there. We've already got an image. I have shared that in the resource post. So we're going to overlays. We don't really use groups with this one. We just have the names of the different overlays, the names of the different textures. Everything looks good here. Now what I need to do before I run DBPF Scripter, we got to get rid of these old textures. And we grab the new textures that we just created. Paste those here. Oh, and I am missing. We need the name of the graphic for this. So we do that. A short name. Oh, graphic. So we just paste the graphic there. And let me double check everything. It appears good. So we want to first save this as an Excel file. So just save. Then we go File, Save As. And now we want to save it as an ODS. So we select Open Document Spreadsheet in the dropdown. Give that a quick save. And we just overwrite the old one. And that should be fine. Now, last step, we open DBPF Scripter. And I'm doing basically what I did before. I'm just, I don't need to modify anything, but what I'm doing, I'm pointing this to the template in my project folder and to the output in my project folder as well. Oh, duh. Need to make sure that you close the file before you attempt to run this script. So go and just let it do its thing. Oh, there it is, finished. Okay, so it should be ready to test. Okay, so we got 4 sims. We're going to test on male and female. And we've got our overlay box. So what we do, Okay, why can't I select Chris? There we go. We've got different overlays for male and female. And yeah, some of those look pretty cool. I don't know if I would actually release this without adding a few more overlays to it, but yeah. That is how you bake on tattoos. That is how you bake tattoos from TS4 to TS2. And that's it.